Hello, and welcome to EverQuest Next Landmark Beta with me, Binage. Yes, yes, EverQuest Next Landmark is the reason. I'm just going to call it Landmark from now on. Okay, life's too short. Yes, Landmark is the reason that I didn't release a video last week. My intent was to release a video about Landmark after playing with it for a couple of days, and after playing with it for a couple of days it became apparent that I would be able to tell you virtually nothing and demonstrate virtually nothing. It takes a few days to well, it took me a few days, let's say that. It took me a few days to get myself to any position where I could either show you anything that I'd built or really tell you anything at all about the game. Yes, I apologise for not releasing a video last week, and I'm feeling quite grumpy with Minecraft at the moment. After a series of very unfortunate deaths. Don't worry, the rage won't last long. I'll probably get back to it. Although, that being said, there's Landmark, and I'm having a whale of a time in here at the moment. So we shall see. I probably won't give up on Minecraft entirely. We'll see. If you would like to see, if you would like to see more Minecraft videos and fewer Landmark videos, do let me know in the comments. Or if you'd like to see more of both, let me know in the comments. Anyway, Landmark. This is about Landmark, not Minecraft. That being said, Landmark is a lot like Minecraft in some very basic ways, in that it is a building game primarily. You build stuff. Yeah, I guess let's head off to my claim and we can talk about what I'm doing. When you first enter the game, by the way, you will appear at a place very like this. This is a portal shard, I think it's called a portal shard? Leyline station, that's it. And this is what you use to move between continents and servers. So continents are like the zones on a server. At the moment you will see that there are tiers attached to the names. So you've got Abyss is tier 1, then Beach is tier 2 and Brook is tier 4. That corresponds to the level of materials that you can find there. That's going to change fairly soon. All of these tier numbers are going to go away because they're going to be introducing caves. And when they introduce caves, what's going to happen? Let's close that. What's going to happen is that instead of going to different continents to find your higher tier materials, you're instead going to have to go deeper and deeper into the cave systems, which sounds like it could be quite a bit of fun. We shall see. Hey, now when you first arrive, as I say, you'll arrive here, probably almost certainly on a tier 1 continent, unless you've joined after the caves. So anything I tell you at the moment could change. Let's just accept that. This is a beta that really feels like a beta. There's new stuff being rolled out all the time, things are changing. Don't get attached to anything. Nothing is permanent in this game. So you arrive here, you'll have a stone pick and a stone axe with which to make your mark on the world. You cannot build until you have a claim, and you need to construct a claim flag. In order to construct a claim flag, you need to have some components that you cannot mine, or cannot gather rather, with your initial tools. So you need to make better tools. To that end, there are crafting stations. There's a smeltery there, and a workbench thingy there. I forget their proper names, of course. And from them, you'll sort of be based here, probably, for the first little while. However, that being said, you're not necessarily tied to that. If you do, you can occasionally use other people's workstations, and player-owned workstations are way better, way more sophisticated. You do way more with them than the free ones at the Leyline Hub. Now, the way you can tell if you can use somebody else's gear is if you look on the map by hitting M. What you will see is these flags, and orange flags represent a private claim. So you cannot, while you can go there and have a nosy round, and I encourage you to do that, you can pick up an awful lot just by looking at other people's work. You can't actually interact with anything there. You might be able to use the doors. In fact, I'm fairly sure you can use the doors, but you can't use the sort of crafting stations. The blue flags, on the other hand, signify that the restrictions have been relaxed for that claim. So you should be able to use the crafting stations. You may be able to do more. You may be able to take stuff out of chests and stuff like that. But mostly, blue flags mean you can use the crafting station there, and I urge you, find someone close to the portal, close to the Leyline station, and use their crafting tables, because they are better than the stuff at the Leyline station itself. Now, a third type of flag, you'll see at the bottom here, that signifies your own claim, the blue and gold flag. That's you, that is. So, if we pull back on the map, you'll see that I've somehow managed to be the southernmost claim in this map, excuse me. But if you get lost, you just figure out where the portal is. Portal is always clearly marked on the map, and then just look for your claim, or look for where you are. You can see my name there. That tells me where I am in relation to the portal. Anyway, that's pretty obvious stuff, isn't it? Let's move. At the moment, there is no fall damage. And jumping and running is a thing. It's quite fun. There are 3 modes of movement. There's walking, running, and heroic movement, which is sort of sprinting. There doesn't seem to be any exhaustion penalty, so you can run to your heart's content. While we're running over here, by the way, let's have a look at the different sorts of let's have a look at the different sorts of node. Now, I'm not going to mine these completely, but I'll just have a quick shifty for you. So there we go, dirt, and there we go, topaz. Now you can recognise that they all look pretty much like what they are. So I knew that was going to be a gem. Chances are it was going to be topaz because it was yellowy, but it had sort of facets like a gem. If I go over here, this looks like it's going to be iron. It's sort of a dark colour and has a sort of metallic quality to it. So let's hammer away. There we go, iron and elemental iron. This is good. And this probably tin. If it's silver, I'm going to be here for a while. So let's see. Oh no, it's tin, right? The reason I was going to be there for a while if it was silver is because I can really use silver. Silver's very useful. I mean, everything is very useful. But silver in particular for me at the moment. Yeah, so absolutely everything appears on the surface of the ground. They quite often go very deep, and you just sort of keep using your tick to pick. You keep using your pick to pursue the veins of ore as far as they go, and they usually end in a different sort of ore. So iron, for example, iron veins will end with a silver vein. Now, I won't inflict on you the process of me mining, because that's boring. Suffice to say, it's a big part of the game. You'll be doing a lot of it, and it involves going underground. You actually mine tunnels. You don't shore them up or anything like that, but you do dig away quite a lot. Trees are also a thing. Let's run up to a likely looking tree. Let's pick that one right there. Up. Oh, no. Number 2, not F2. So you select your axe and then just chop away. Right, I'm not going to chop the whole thing down because that would be terribly boring for you. But as you see, there's a health bar at the top there. Now, you can mine and chop down trees, so you can dig holes in the land, dig holes anywhere I want, frankly. There's no ore there, but I can still dig a tunnel. However, that tunnel will actually heal up in about 20 minutes. So you can make no permanent changes outside of your claim. You can't place blocks at all outside your claim, but you can dig and harvest materials. And here is what I've been doing in the past week. Whee! My cottage. I'm very pleased with it. I like it. It's pretty. There are things that I have done here, mistakes that I've made in basic construction, and those mistakes I will take forward with me to the next phase, because this is going to be wiped at some point, probably when caves and water is brought in. I imagine all this will go, at which point it will give me the opportunity to rebuild it with the knowledge that I know now. For example, these walls are only 1 voxel thick. Now, the paint tool, which is number 4 on my toolbar, and I won't demonstrate the tools today, the paint tool changes the colour. Well, changes the material that something's made of, but in a sort of splatter pattern, as though you've brushed it with something. It's really, really useful. It's great stuff. If I can show you the effect of it. If you see down here, the brighter green on the dark green, that's the effect of the paint tool. Unfortunately, it affects the entire voxel, or which is voxel is what Landmark called blocks, and so I can't put moss growing up the side of the building because it will colour the inside of the building as well. Had I built my walls too thick, or even 3 thick, then I would have been able to paint the outside without it affecting the inner wall. So next time, that's what I'll be doing. That being said, I mean, there's plants that you can get. Pretty much everything you see growing here is a prop. So let's pick on something fairly innocuous. That tree, I can either delete it or I can adjust it. Doop. Doop. Really simple. Yeah, everything you see around here, literally everything. That rock, prop. All the bushes, props. Creepers going up there is a prop. All of which you make at your crafting stations. Everything, absolutely everything in this game is made at a crafting station. Oh, there's my outhouse, by the way. I couldn't resist. You know me in bathrooms, I do it in Minecraft, do it here as well. There you go. Height of luxury, let me tell you. Yeah, absolutely everything here, from your building tools, which is kind of odd, and it's sort of yeah, everything from well, everything that is currently on my action bar, barring 8, 9 and 0, I crafted. 8, 9 and 0 are the add, subtract and mend tools. you start with. The add tool, number 8, lets you add a block. So let's go inside where it's a bit lighter, and I'll show you very quickly what that does. Right, how the textures? Oh, textures are a bit funky again. Every now and then, it's beta. The textures mess up. The fire grate should not be green, nor should the surround of that door be green. Other textures slightly off, but those two are sort of quite glaring to me anyway. They can be sorted out by restarting the game, but really I can't be bothered. So let me demonstrate very quickly the tools that you get to start with. So add a block is 8, 9, subtract a block, and 0, excuse me, which I won't demonstrate now, returns an area to the state it was in before anything was built. So it rebuilds the world there. Yeah, obviously I'm not going to do that because I'm not sure how it reacts with the undo tool, and yeah, I'm not feeling that confident. I don't want to have to rebuild my living room, for goodness sake. Everything else, 4 is paint, 5 is a line tool, 6 is a smoothing tool, which is, as you see, I've gone a bit crazy with here. 7 is the select tool, which is the most useful tool in the game, frankly. But I'll get onto them later. My crafting area is here. So you've got my forge, my crafting table, and some cosmetics. There is more to add, much more. Oh, and in here I've got a few more things. And upstairs is my bed. The bed, incidentally, is completely crafted by me from voxels. That said, the red stuff that you can see, that's props, but the wooden bed frame is constructed by me. These pointy bits done using a thing called zero data voxels, of which I'm sure more later. One thing that I would strongly suggest when starting out, initially you're going to be tied pretty much to one location, possibly the ley line area if you don't have any helpful neighbours. But when you are ready to stake your first claim, when you've got the materials and you've constructed your claim flag, I urge you to take a tour of the continents. Don't just plop it down in the first place you see. Go around the continents, pick an area that you like the look of, because that's where you're going to be building. You can't build outside your claim, although you can have multiple claims. And you can sort of expand your claim by adding claims to each side. That's probably slightly further on down the line. So, for me, being a bit sort of fixated, I suppose, on things looking nice, I wanted to be in a forest, and this is it, and I've got the best of an awful lot of worlds here. I'm in a forest. I've got a very clear view of the portal, so I never the ley line hub, so I never need to wonder where that is. Unfortunately, this house is going to be wiped, but if they introduce water without wiping, I will have, I think, some nice beachfront property here, because all of that, or a lot of that sandy area down there, because of judging by the number of seashells that they've put there, that's going to become underwater, which would be lovely. But I suspect that I won't. That they'll wipe my house when they add that, so that'll be a bit of a shame. But hey, I'll just sort of, as long as they keep the basic topography, I'll try and build in the same place. At the moment, I'm having a whale of a time. I'm, finding the building very satisfying. It's very satisfying. The tools are very simple, but they're very flexible. You can do an awful lot with them, and I hope to share with you some of that next week. I mean, this I made in my first week, and it's not perfect by any means, but I think just as a start, I'm pretty proud of that. Would I be proud of it if that's what I built after a year? No, probably not. But the tools take a bit of getting used to, but once you do get used to them, they're pretty easy to use. And you can get, I think, some pretty... Well, I know you can get some spectacular results. You only have to look on YouTube for that. And I look forward to, producing some fun stuff of my own. Anyway, I think that about wraps it up for today. I don't want to keep you too long. So I'll say goodbye and thank you very much indeed for watching. If you enjoyed this, want to see more, please leave a like. If you have any questions or suggestions, please leave a comment. Do you want more of these? Do you want more Minecraft? Do you want less of these? Less Minecraft? More of both? I don't know. Let me know. Because otherwise I'll just sort of do my own thing and not necessarily, which is not necessarily what you're going to be interested in seeing, or possibly not answering questions that you want answered. So do feel free to ask if you want anything covered. Anyway, till next time. Toodaloo.